Hello and welcome back to Vintage Treasures. And today is yet another haul video, and I've done a couple of these this year so far. I'm not sure if I'm on my second, third, or fourth. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I've got a lot of good pickups this weekend, and yeah, I've also thrown in some stuff about a year ago. I picked up some stuff. I mean, it might have been less than a year ago, but a little bit ago, I picked up stuff, and there's a lot to unpack. So I just kind of pushed it back. I didn't end up making a video about it, so I'll show some of those items off right now while I am making this video. The first thing is this little ship here, and this goes to Battle Beasts. It's the I'm not into Battle Beasts like crazy, but I did get this on a lot at a yard sale for dirt cheap. This is probably the water vehicle, I'm guessing. This is like the water team. There's like 3 teams. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. The only figure I actually have is this elephant guy here, over here, and he appears to be from the wood division. Whatever that entails, I'm not sure. I didn't get this from that lot, but I did have this before, and now I have a little vehicle for him to sit in. So that's pretty nice. Not in that same haul, but I've got this in a little haul I did. I didn't post a video on it. At least I don't think I did. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I've made a ton of these videos, but I did go to a thrift store that I go to a lot, and I went through the plush bin, and I found this kitty surprise right here, and it was not in this condition when I got it. I ran it through the wash. By the way, when you do that, be very careful, because don't put anything in there that you care about too much, because it can completely shred, especially like older fabrics. The stitching's not too good. So this gal had her necklace there, and she has 3 kittens. She has this one looks like it's sleeping. This one's like completely pink, and it's awake. And then there's a white one in here. Yeah, that one's awake as well. So obviously not for my personal collection, maybe some trading, or maybe some selling, recuperate some money so I could buy more toys for you guys. So yeah, let's move on to this lot of stuff that I've gotten over the course of the last 2 days, because I did get a good amount of stuff. So I went yard sailing, and I went to a thrift store the last 2 days. I don't think I found anything the first day in particular. Looking through this. Oh, I did pick up this copy of Gremlins from 1999, so a pretty late release as far as Gremlin goes. It's from 1999. At least that's the last copyright date on it. As you can see right there, 1999. So yeah, pretty late. I did have the second one. I got it at a yard sale. That one's vintage, but this one's a bit newer. It doesn't matter too much to me. I'll eventually get an older copy, but nonetheless, Gremlins VHS. I couldn't pass it up, and I do believe that that's all I found that day, besides going to Home Depot and picking up 2 bags, about 16 of these little hardware pieces right here. I think these are called eye screws, and there's 16 here. It cost me about $2 at Home Depot. I use these to fix the legs on the Masters of the Universe figures, as he-bands are like, depending on how many you buy, they're about $2 a piece, sometimes more, sometimes a bit less, but they're pretty expensive, and I'd rather spend less money on something that I'm not going to notice and save that money to buy more toys instead of getting a rubber band to put in his legs. So that was pretty nice. Nothing too substantial, but I did end up the next day going out, and which was yesterday, and I went to a church sale. I was not finding too much. I came across a couple of dinosaurs. I guess I should give you the context for that. So a while ago, I got a couple of dinosaurs out of a bucket of stuff at a yard sale, and they were quite small. I haven't been able to find them in the same scale, so I've been moving up and down in scale. I haven't really found any dinosaurs, which is surprising because they're very common, but I did find some, obviously. But just to show you what I've been doing with them, here's a Raphael. Let's see. I'm going to use primer this time on the next ones I make. Raphael's fared pretty well, but I made a foot soldier as well. He's chipped a bit, so I'm probably just gonna repair his paint a little bit. You see on there a bit, repair his paint a bit, and I'm gonna put a coat on a primer on the new dinosaurs. But yeah, let's go through those dinosaurs quick, and I'll show you those. This is the same. It might be the same species. They look similar, at least. I'm not like a dinosaur expert, but this might be the same. I'm gonna turn him into a foot soldier as well. I don't know. I just like being. It's a weird concept, but it does look cool. And this one likely. I don't know actually. I don't know when I'm gonna turn this one. It's kind of like a mystery until you. Whatever inspires me. That may be Shredder. I was thinking because of all like the head looks a bit like Shredder with all those tusks. And then we have this one here, which I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with. None of these are too old, but I did find this one that I bought it, not knowing how old it was till I came home. And I was going to make this in a Krang, but it does look cool on its own, so I might not even paint it and just wait to find one to make the Krang android body out of. This one here, which was Imperial 1985. I had no idea it was that old. This might be a recasting, of course, because tooling's expensive, and why not retool something you're going to sell for? Why retool something you're going to sell for cheap if you can just use the same mold? So I don't think they would retool something. But if you can see there, it's 1985 Imperial China. So the paint's on this guy, but I mean I think that's part of the charm of vintage toys, is that their paint is very like not very good, not up to modern standards, and definitely doesn't look like a collectible, but that's what makes it so collectible. So I stopped by another yard sale, and I wasn't finding too much. They had like this cool little merry-go-round, which probably would have been worth something, but it was broken, so I don't want to sell something and then get a complaint. I'd just rather stay away from it. No amount of money is worth the trouble, so I just stayed away from it. But I did go on his porch because he had a good amount of VHS tapes, and you know me, I love my VHS tapes. So I picked up a couple there. First thing to catch my eye was a WWF logo. I'm not crazy into WWF, but I'll pick it up if I see it because the stuff does look cool. These are some later 90s tapes. Looking at the dates, actually, we have some from 1998. This one is from 1998. WCW and NWO. And yeah, definitely really pretty. Just art on that. And then we have one from WWF right before, well, I guess we had a couple of years till the name change because of the World Wildlife Foundation. But lovely cover on that one. This one's a little bit more basic, but in a good way. Looks more like a poster. Something's sliding out of here. This is from 1998 as well. Looks like we have a little booklet. Looks like dates and locations, maybe for some fights. Pretty cool. I didn't even know that was in there until I started recording. And I was searching through the VHSs a bit more, and I found two more VHSs that caught my eye. One I've been looking for, and one that just has really nice art on it, and I've heard about it before. And I have a little bit of a history on this guy, but we'll go through this first one. I don't really like the clamshell cases, but sometimes you have to settle, especially for Jim Henson, because his little characters, it says up there, his little characters, sculpting is phenomenal. He did the turtles in the first two movies. I believe it was the first two. He didn't do it on the third, but I'm not sure if it was just the first. Dark Crystal here. I've never watched it. but first time I can watch it, I'll probably watch it on VHS, and it's in here with the little checklist for shipping, maybe, or for, I'm not sure, this is insurance, maybe, I'm not sure, but still cool. It's got that nice green case, a bit dirty. I'll clean it up though. Little Jim Henson Video sticker on the bottom, so pretty cool. And then I also picked up another clamshell. Unfortunately, it's a clamshell. This is Dragonflies, and this is basically, they had those fairies that you'd put on like a little base. You'd pull a cord, and they go flying in the air and hit you in the eye and stuff. You know, fun stuff from the 90s. So they made one for boys as well, and yeah, so this is the cartoon series based on that. It doesn't sound interesting. I might give it a watch, but gross. Clamshell. This one's one of the more durable ones, so yeah, pretty cool. Also did make sure that was in there. You have to always do that. Make sure the VHS is in the VHS case. Mentioning all this cool stuff, I forgot to tell you the prices on this. The Dinosaurs, all of them I paid $2 for. I got that and a lot. The Gremlins VHS, actually all the VHSs I got were $1 each from their separate locations. That, what is it called? The Kitty Surprise, that's it. Kitty Surprise was $2. Got them on a bit back at my local thrift store. I think I covered everything. Yeah, so speaking of the thrift store, that was the last location I stopped at for the day, as I usually do. And I was just doing shopping around, and I don't know what it is. If you've been watching my videos, my haul videos as of late, I've been collecting a lot of party supplies for like party goodie bags or whatever. And I picked these up. Here's 5. Yeah, there's 5. Hold on, wait. This one over here. There's 5 of these little party bags. Very general, nothing too special. These are from '98. Got a lot of stuff from '98 apparently. And they're 50 cents each, so I paid a grand total of $2.50. Which, you know, I'll probably just put these on my wall. I have a section of my room that looks a bit like a store. That's what I'm going for at least. So pretty cool pickup. They have a whole section of like crafts and stuff, and I find vintage stuff there a good amount of times. It's just a lot of tedious sifting. So went to the VHS section. They recently, I wouldn't say remodeled, but they reorganized their store, and they have a whole section for their media: vinyl, CDs, DVDs, and most importantly, VHS. And this caught my eye. The Beastmaster. Never heard of it, but you know I have to get it if it has the word master in it, or masters. And we have a little deadly limbed animal here, so you know, I'm not gonna say it. You're probably thinking the same thing as me. We have a little we have a little panel here. We have a blonde-haired Bollock looking guy in a loincloth with boots on. I'm not going to say anything, but Conan, Masters of the Universe. I guess everyone was doing it at the time. This is from 1982. I don't know if this is a copy from 1982 or if it's re-release. Either way, I'm going to watch this. I mean, that one panel kind of sold me. And 10 cents for a VHS. I could not pass that up. And I can't leave my local thrift store without taking a look at their toy section. And today, or yesterday, was no different. I went to the toy room and I found this little figure here, like a little aqua Spider-Man here, little scuba diving stuff for 50 cents. I looked him up, he's missing his flippers, but I can get around 25 for him, so I'll be selling him. I'm not really a Spider-Man collector. I'll pick stuff up here and there, but you know, this just doesn't necessarily tickle my fancy when it comes to vintage Spider-Man stuff, as it is from like 2000, let me check, 2003, so you know, kind of close, but missed the mark as far as my collecting goes. And I was leaving the toy room And outside the toy room, they have like probably 4 totes full of plush, which is where I got this cat from. And I saw a nice, this is probably the find of the weekend, the find of the day, the find of the day. I'll just leave it there. This has to be the best item I've found the whole time. It is a pull string Roger Rabbit from 1988. This thing is cool and it's hard to fit in frame. Actually, let me try to figure something out for that. Right, so we have this Roger Rabbit little plush here. The gloves are a bit messed up. I'm gonna have to push that through with something. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. And snip that off at the end, but it doesn't matter to me too much. This thing was cool, and it's a pull string, so I'm gonna have you listen to this. I'm gonna have to put it up to my mic, so you won't be able to see him, but sure you won't miss those gazing eyes. So here's the first bit. It does go fast because these voice boxes are obviously old, but I'll slow it down and explain to you what he's saying because I did have to decode it when I bought it. My name is Roger, but you can call me Roger, and then he chuckles. That one's a bit clearer. I know it's raining cats and dogs. I just stepped on a poodle. So, you know, it's voice box isn't doing so hot, but he's white, and he only has one stain on the back of his ear, which might come out. It's not really that noticeable anyhow. His overalls are nice. Everything's intact. So I had to pick this guy up. He doesn't need a little TLC, but he'll look great in my room. And if you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I upload videos like this, whether it be figure reviews, or haul videos, or unboxing videos. Every Wednesday, I upload a video. Sometimes I'll do more than one video a week. So if this content interests you, I do Masters of the Universe, Turtles, and as you can see right here, just random stuff, VHSs, or dinosaurs. If you're into dinosaurs, subscribe to the channel. This is all I post on this channel is vintage toys, and have a great rest of your day or night, and goodbye.